Okay. And the other gentleman?
Okay. That is first. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
My name is Julius Oyedemi.
Okay.
The Acting Group Managing Director, P1.
Okay.
And also the Managing Director, CEO, P1 Plus.
Nice to meet you. So let's go straight to the meat.
Okay.
When your representatives reached out to me, the first thing I said was, I want Scott free. How do we, why is Scott behind bars? I want him free, and I'm sure everybody listening to us want him free. So what exactly is going on? How are we going to get Scott Iguma out? Whatever grievances you may have with him, I believe can be addressed before a court of competent jurisdiction. But I do not personally believe in arresting people to stifle their voices. But that's what we see. What exactly is the picture?
All right. Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze, for giving the audience. Really, it's been, like I said earlier on, it's been a very, very tasking period for the P1 nation or the P1 group. When this issue came up, we actually reached out to Scott, and he bluntly refused to meet with us. Not once, not twice. If you have an issue, are you supposed to just shout about it and that's it? We need to sit down. What are the complaints? Who are the people? He never showed up. Now, he got to a point where he came on air to say that if anything happened to him, they should hold P1 responsible. Now, at this point, it's becoming like a threat to life. And we decided that, okay, look, we should lay a complaint to the police that, look, we have no issue against what Scott is doing. Normally, there should be an opposition in everything. I mean, there's somebody that will strengthen your arm. There's somebody that will encourage you. There's some that will criticize you. And the criticism is actually what brings out the best. And so the police invited him. When they invited him, they asked and requested for the petitions that he proclaimed that he has. He doesn't have them with him at the time, according to him. Then they gave him administrative bail to go and submit those petitions.
Please, what did they ask him for? I want my lawyer to be able to understand that part very well.
Well, the things they were asking for are the petition he professed to the public that there are petitions against P1.
Okay.
First, he started with the SEC issue. From there, he migrated to P1 selling receipts. And
can we talk about that? Can we? Sorry to stop you. Can we talk about the body of that? P1 Real Estate Company, a company that sells receipts instead of land. Can you address that?
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
That is and to the general public, I stand as a young Nigerian to say that and as the group managing director of P1, and with every great personality out there, that we want Scott out from wherever he is. And our mission is not to hurt anybody. We are only on the side of the law. Just like Dr. Fred said, and we have admitted, there was an issue on the place of administrative bail that he didn't show up. Well, let me address the question you asked me. We don't sell receipts in P1. P1 is a real estate network marketing company. In the last, at the time I did a press conference where when he started this, and just to address the public, we are not refusing the fact that we do not have challenges in some of our estates and in our operation. But we are saying that, yes, we are ready, and that's why we're still out to put off, to address all.
You went mute.
I think he's having network.
Mr. Julius, you went mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Clearly,
Yes.
clearly.
Thank you. So, like I said, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we could hear you
Yes.
clearly.
Thank you. So, like I said, how do we do not sell receipts? There are challenges from onset.
What kind of challenges?
Yes. And we have also admitted that, yes, there could be customers who have not been satisfied with our service rendered to them. But we are also ready to get them not. Now,
I think there are people trying to call you, right?
yes.
Can you put your phone on do not disturb? Because calls are coming in and they'll be cutting your audio.
Okay. That. Okay. Thank you. I think I've achieved that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So, the truth is, we do not sell receipt. We sell real.
Okay, Mr. Fred, while Mr. Julius is trying to deal with his line ringing off the hook, I think you can take it off from here. He was talking about we're on the sell receipt stage. Please throw some clarity on that.
Okay.
We don't sell receipts, really. What we sell is landed properties and buildings. The foundation of this is that we've been in business for the past 13 years, going to 14. And we've been in this business for that long, and there is no business in the real estate, no real estate company we say doesn't have one challenge or the other. If you go to the police, 80% or more of the cases you will see, especially in Lagos here, are land related. As a result of that, it's not a strange thing that we have challenges, and how we deal with them is the next thing. Now, so we said we don't sell receipts, we sell landed property, although we have some challenges. And now where you have challenge, especially when it has to do with either money, land, government policy, community violence, and all the rest of it, we cannot access those lands. The only option we have is to either acquire a new property and allocate same. And by doing this, we also will inform our clients of the challenges we are going through. So we do that. So we don't sell receipts. We sell landed properties and housing, complete houses.
Okay. I want to remove Mr. Julius and bring him back. Hopefully he's sorted out his network issues. I'm sure a lot of people are probably seeing him live and they are calling him at the same time, and his phone is shutting down. Okay,
Okay.
I think you are back now. Your audio
Sorry.
is better.
So
Please,
sorry.
let's
Yeah.
let's hear from you.
Okay, thank you. So, that is saying that we sell receipt is just so funny because from inception, there are numerous, over hundreds of thousands that have been allocated under our schemes. There are evidences out there. Just like Dr. Fresh said, we sell landed property, we sell buildings. We have estates where people live. So coming out to say that a company like PWAN sells receipts, I think it's quite an exaggeration, and it is false. So we do not sell receipt. People have enjoyed physical allocation. There are some who are yet to. Like we said, we do not refuse the fact that yes, there are no challenges of physical allocation, but we have also admitted that every customer shall enjoy the benefit of their investment. That's it.
You asked a question that is freeze, which was not really, I have not completed.
Please go ahead.
Which was your first question?
Why is
Why
Scott
was
Iguma
Scott
locked up? Why is he still locked up? Why has he not been freed? Is what he did so damning that he must answer to what he did from behind bars? And there's a bit of a public outcry. How is this addressed?
The thing is this, like I said earlier, there was no such intention to arrest or detain Scott Iguma. Scott Iguma was given administrative bail, and for 4 weeks, he did not return back. I believe he was forcefully brought back to the station. You know, when you report a case to the police, they will follow up.
Okay.
And from what we have heard so far, by the time he now came back that Wednesday, there was an altercation between him and the police. That was what led to his detention. Nothing more than that. It was not as if our reporting him was meant to arrest him or do any damage to him. We needed him to appear with us, to sit down with us. We even make the police as mediators so that they sit in between us, hear us out, hear him out. What are the challenges that are there so that we can sort them out? He refused bluntly.
But if he refuses, is the next thing arrest?
Daddy Freeze, hold on. You see, if you watch, this has been going on for months.
Since May.
Okay? And not one of us came out to accuse him, to fight him, to do anything. We simply dropped that report to the police just because he lied. When he of his own talked about life. And we decided that, yeah, we don't have a hand, we don't have any reason to threaten him. We welcome criticism. And so when he had that altercation with the police, I mean, Dr. Freeze, you probably would have been arrested or so. Did you fight the police? And if you fight with the police, what do you think the police will do to you?
Did he fight the police? Are you saying Scott Iguma fought the police?
That is the report we got. That is the report we got. That it took 4 men to wrestle him down. That is the report we got. Yes, you probably will see the police also putting their own version of this story out there. You probably will see that. So it wasn't as if we arrested him or detained him or no. Like I said to you, our aim for that complaint was, look, this young man will be inviting him to come. And there are evidence to that. Written evidence to himself and his lawyer. The documentations are there. Even last week, Wednesday, he was also invited through writing to him and his lawyer to sit on a round table with our chairman, the founding chairman. He refused. We are not small children. We are not babies. We will not, wake up and start being angry with somebody.
You can go.
Who is also making
Monitor
us
the light
in our own business. We welcome the idea. That was the reason why you see that nobody has come out to attack him. So look, you can take it from there that we have no hand in this. But the only thing I can tell you is this. We are willing. We are willing, 100% willing, for him to come out and let us dialogue. We don't have any issue. We don't want to go into court cases or whatever with him, or even anybody for that matter. It's not the right thing for us to do. If you have access to the police, please call the police and ask why was he detained that Wednesday. They will tell you. It was not because we petitioned. It was because of what happened that evening between him and the police. That was what happened. So yes, people may not have had that version of it, but this is exactly what happened. We empower lives. We don't oppress lives. And Scott himself is a young man. How many people like himself have we empowered in the PWAN group? Well over 300,000. Not just in Nigeria, but all over the world. You have America, United States, United Kingdom, Europe, Asia. We have empowered people. We don't have any intention to go and, belittle ourselves to go into court cases because somebody called us out. Look, if you have petition against somebody or you have a case against somebody, can't you approach the people that I have this against you? What do you have to say? Every morning you wake up, there's one cry or the other. Is that the best?
You people don't turn alarm clock. PWAN real estate company. PWAN.
It became a national song. You see? And come and let us sit down. No way.
Okay.
So listen.
Sorry, before we go any further, I want to ask the lawyer, Belinda. Belinda,
okay.
What are your thoughts? Anything you want to say?
I'm still listening to them.
All right. So continue, sir.
Well, I think I have said it all. We don't have any issue with any young man or any Nigerian or any human who criticize us. We will call the person because the best approach to such is to find solution. The intention is not to run down P1, isn't it? The intention is to at least tell us that, look, you are going wrong in this direction. If you are an advocate, that is the best thing to do. It's like a cockroach. In the morning, you wake up, P1 real estate company that says receipts. And the whole world is believing that narrative. Some people even ask us, some of our clients even call to ask us, why don't you people put a statement out there? We said, look, this young man may have something that will help us to improve our lives, our services to people. And that is what our focus is on. It's not about taking a case to court or whatever. We don't have interest in that. He's a young man and he has a better future for his life. And we wish that he will, fulfill his destiny. That's our wish for him.
Okay, sir, I hear you when you say you don't have interest in taking him to court.
At all.
But how come you have interest in filing a petition against him?
No, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Let me come into that.
Yes.
My dear sister, how would you feel? Somebody wakes up and say, oh, please, if anything happens to me and my family, hold Belinda responsible.
Where will you go? Who will you complain?
We're human. Somebody keeps shouting, please, anything happens to me and my family, hold Belinda responsible. And here you are, you don't know this person, you don't even, he's the one calling you out all the time. The best thing is, what we felt was right was to go and report ourselves. Because sorry to say, God forbid anything happens to him, Nigerians will not believe that something did not go wrong. So in order to protect the image of the brand, we felt, let's go. And that was what we went to tell the police. And he was equally invited. Equally invited. Why did you say, if anything happens to you, okay, can you give us proof of any attempt or anything? That was what started that. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so are you saying that at no point was he threatened?
No, my dear sister, we are too busy. Nobody. Now, don't forget, nobody, he was, like I said, like Dr. Fred said, he started from the issue of SEC and came down to PWAN sales receipt and became so personal. For me, nobody.
Even add to that, Belinda, let me ask you another question. Did you hear him insulting the P1 chairman as an incompetent man? So it's like a personal vendetta. Did the man did anything to you? And you are saying that if anything happened to you, they should hold P1 responsible. The law enforcement and the people we will run to go and report ourselves that, look, we'll see what is going on out there. We have no hand in anything. We've not threatened him.
Okay, so your petition against him was for him claiming that you guys are a threat to him, not for defamation.
That's just it. Yes. With an evidence that we have invited him for a dialogue.
Okay, so it's not like you complained about him defaming your boss or defaming your brand.
There was nothing like that. Nothing. The written documents are there.
Belinda, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, I'm trying to still get you guys. Petition is for threat of life, so to say. His claim to threat of life by you. So for his defamation or acclaimed defamation, you don't have a problem with that.
There is nothing like defamation.
So is he correct?
There's nothing like defamation.
Is what he's saying true?
That's now the issue. Now let me answer Belinda, Dr. Fred. Now, most of the things that Scott went out there saying, most are not true. Belinda.
Hold on one second. Hold on, just hold on 1 second. Let's get something clear. Your petition against him is detaching yourself from anything that has to do with threat to his life. Would that be correct?
No,
it's a yes. Sorry, sir. Just so that everybody on this live can understand.
That's what I'm saying. The first
yes
the statement to there are two sides of it. There are two sides of the petition. The first is the threat to life. The second one is the cyber stalking and cyberbullying.
Okay, we're just hearing of this now in the petition. Okay, proceed.
Throw some light on the cyber stalking and cyberbullying, please.
Yes.
Now, Dr. Fred mentioned something that asked Belinda that did you, in his videos, he became very personal. At the time, he was even dragging myself. I did not respond to him. Yes. In one of his videos, was dragging, posting my pictures and saying all manner of things. I refused to attend to that. But again, calling out somebody every day. Number one, this is Nigeria. How do you imagine such a person feels too, humanly? He feels threatened too. You're calling me out every day. I don't feel safe.
With
my
pictures.
family doesn't feel
Pictures how? Please throw some light on that.
The
Pictures.
chairman's pictures were thrown out
The
online.
chairman is that lady that her picture is on that Lekki Ekpe Expressway billboard.
That's the president. That's the president. The man.
Okay. So
He never showed. He never threw her picture out. It's
okay.
only the man's picture that he threw out.
Okay. And what was the what did P1 now do when their chairman or founding chairman, as you say, had his picture on Scott Iguma's page? What was your response?
No, our response we never approved the police the second time after that first reporting that we did to them.
Okay, let me take you back. That first report, what was the body of it? What did it contain in all clarity?
That's the question.
It's what Dr. Julius has answered that.
Dr. Julius, can you answer it again for clarity? We have almost 1,000 people watching us.
Yeah, the threat to life, because he went out to say if anything happens to him, P1 should be held responsible. And that for us is a no.
Okay.
Nobody was threatening him. Now, at that material time again, he took it personal, was dragging the person of the chairman. That was cyberbullying for us. Number one, somebody you've not met to hear his own side of it. If you say you're an activist, I think a good activist would listen to the complainer and also listen to the other party. To say, okay, this is. And the essence of activism is to achieve a rational result. That at the end of the day, the complainer, whomever is accused, everybody is on the path of justice. 50-50, everybody is happy. It's a win-win game. But by the time you begin to, for us, he was more or less like looking like somebody who was sponsored or who is being sponsored, who is paid to just tarnish the image of the brand. Many of us have sacrificed our lives to this brand. We've been here.
Julius, you did.
Yes, then.
You said that most of the things he said are not true. In other words, there are some that are true.
Of course, we are not hiding.
That is why I said. That is why I said.
Some of them could be true. If we've not seen the petition.
Some of them, like I said, we have challenges. We're not refuting that. We have challenges. We have not enjoyed allocation due to certain reasons. But again, most of the things he came up with or coming up with are not. We've had customers who have not even finished paying for properties. And they go to him and they're crying, oh, P1 didn't allocate them. Where there are clauses? I have experience of somebody saying, oh, the land is, he went to the land, they said the land does not belong to P1. Now, if you go to a property and they say it doesn't belong to P1, is it on social media, or you go to verify the originality or the authenticity of that property? And even if you have come to social media, at least your representative should equally do proper investigation to know how authentic is this information. That is our position. We're not against what Scott is doing. We're saying that things should be done rationally. We're humans.
What's your definition of rationally?
So rationally means if I come, it is not proper for me to come out here and start shouting that they freeze every morning. It is if I am shouting because somebody reported that they freeze to me. As the man in between, I think it is rational. I also extend to report that this is what you did to Julius. Play your own side of the story. And by so doing, there will be a positive outcome. Because you are standing in to advocate for someone. That's why I said rational. By the time you bring both parties together, you have solved a lot of problems. On one side, corrected one party. On the other side, you've made another party feel happy. And that's what we say. We're not saying that we are void of challenges or we're denying that, yes, there are no challenges. No. But the way and manner he took the campaign.
Let me slot this in. Remember, one of the letters we wrote to him, he came on air to say that we are trying to, kind of, I don't know, there's a language he used.
What was the content of the letter?
Well, he read it, but so I can't really.
The letter was an invitation for a
roundtable talk.
Discussion. So it was not like maybe he was, and the venue was, and he came online to say no.
He said no, that he would not. Listen, Belinda, listen to me. Listen, the world we are in today is full of ideas. Nobody knows it all. And this is the line of action we took. Even before he coming to talk on the internet stage, our own clients have been advising, do this, do that, and we stick to that. I believe if you have the interest of developing an organization, this is the best way to approach it. He has, assuming he has approached us and we refuse to, or we showed high-headedness, then he has a reason to say, okay, I met with these people, this is their behavior, okay, I'm going on air. I believe that is the best way to approach this.
Are you saying that at no point did he ever reach out to you guys?
Not once. Not once. You can ask him, not once. We just saw him burst into the airwave, and that's it. And we decided that, okay, let us reach out to this guy. And it declined.
We're the ones looking for. We're the ones even looking for those who
declined
to get to know who are.
Let me tell you, he went to Asaba in Delta State and stopped at filling stations and were asking people about the character of PWAN group in Asaba. You saw the video he made for one of the CSR that we did at a roundabout in Asaba. He called the governor out that he should wake up to secure himself. If not, PWAN is coming to destroy his land. I mean, what do you gain from that? Nothing.
Let me just say, Daddy, please, let me be honest. You see, P1 is just about the land sales, the building sales. P1 is a blessing to many Nigerians. There are many Nigerians who are feeding from tables of P1 week in, week out. And for us, this is even major to us. The human empowerment is major to us. We all know the country and the state of our economy today. But again...
But what has the country and the state of economy got to do with delivering the expectations?
Thank you. I wanted to ask that question. Thank you.
Now, the issue of... No, what I'm saying, you're bringing me from another angle. One, the delivering expectation to clients has never stopped. If you know the nitty-gritty, I'm talking to you practically now. I'm not the kind of developer that sits under air condition. I give my life to my job. Belinda, for you to do real estate in Nigeria, I challenge you. It's tough. Let's not go to, what I'm telling you practically. I'm not telling you about any other. I'm not talking about Dr. Fred. I'm talking about my personal, my life, those who know me. To defend what you buy is tough. But who do we go to cry to? Who do we go to cry to? We're also crying on the inside.
Okay, so for everybody to understand what you are saying, because there are people who may not understand, it's tough. How?
Because of the challenges that are associated.
Yeah, those are the challenges we want to discuss. Because, hold on one second. It's okay for you to have challenges, but your customers must not suffer for your challenges. If you are not able, then you step aside.
Oh, great. Great. It's easy to say, but what I'm saying is, in a system like ours,
Hold
in a
on,
country
Sir
like
Julius,
ours.
just 1 second.
Okay, sorry,
Complete
Belinda,
and
let me
for the
just
sake
ask a
of
question to
everyone.
clarify. I want you to
Okay.
estimate
I-
a follow-up question to Belinda. Out of 100 people who bought your properties, how many do you have challenge with in comparison to those who are satisfied? Belinda, I don't know if that helps so that we can throw light on the magnitude of the issue.
Is complaining about the 100 plus. So let's even peg it at 200. It's a fraction of what we have delivered.
Percentage-wise, how much have you delivered? Honest to God.
What we have delivered will be up to 80-85%. That's our delivery rate. 80-85%. So you have between 15 or 25%.
So you are saying that you have allocated land to 80% to 80 to 85% of your customers.
Yes, true. I can guarantee you that. The reason, okay, again, for clarity purpose, PWAN Group is the umbrella of 64 affiliates. 64. When Julius is speaking, he's talking about P1 Plus. I am P1 Heaven. You have P1 Stars. You have P1, 64 members. So if out of that, 80% has been delivered, that 20% or 15% is spread across these 64 people. So for instance, P1 Heaven might have 2. P1 Plus may have 2, and so on and so forth. This is the whole sum. But we are a body, one body.
Okay.
Belinda, does that answer your question, or do you want to go in deeper?
I want to slightly defer. If you have about 20% unattended or challenged, do we agree that, or would it be safe to say that every customer is as important as the 80%?
We agree with you.
Okay.
And we can't deny that.
Okay. So what are you doing about the 20 or 25% that are challenged, that are entitled to their money or their property?
Okay, so here's
very good.
This year, there's a new board that is set up. One of the focal points or the mandate that it was given in allocation, documentation, making sure that the backlog of whatever is behind, we should clean it up. And we gave ourselves
why do you have backlog? Why are you taking on more clients where you have not delivered the script? Hold on, sir. Hold on. Why do you have more clients when you have not delivered on the previous clients? Because that's the only reason why you can have backlogs.
Well, the backlog, I meant to say the 20%, which is more like something that you didn't do last year or year before. That is the backlog I'm talking about.
Now, I want to ask a question. Is the backlog because you didn't have the land to sell, or that you sold the land and then you had issues with government, with Omonile, or what exactly happened to create that backlog?
Issues with landowners, the Omoniles.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what the nature of the issue is.
Okay.
You're expected to deal with those issues before you keep accepting new ones. Right.
I'm going to give you an example. I'll give you one example.
If you have not done whether whatever it is,
so let me
hold on, Sir Julius, please.
Let her finish, then ask your question.
The reason why you would have backlog, and it's the reasons you have mentioned, other issues that may arise. Whatever the issues are, it is expected that you deal with them. However long it takes you to deal with them, so that you don't have new customers who dealt with the previous issues. So please explain how come you have, or if your company's interest is not to keep making money regardless of the interest of the customers.
Okay, do you want to answer that, or I should answer, Julius?
Okay, let me.
The issue here is this: when you talk about doing business, if you have a challenge, do you stop to solve that first before you continue your business, or you continue the business while you are solving the issue you have?
It's neither here nor there.
No, it's not so in business. It's like you are a lawyer. You are engaged in one case to solve that one first before you take another one.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Lawyers have more than one case they answer to. I'm not a lawyer, but I know that one.
Let me hear you out. So you are saying, now let's let the entire public get the picture of what you are saying.
Mm-hmm.
You are selling land and properties to people. There are issues with the land you are allocating. Rather than deal with the issues, you are still taking in more clients who have need for what they want to do with these properties or with their money. But they are expected to wait until you deal with your issues. Is that what you're saying?
So, Belinda, what Dr. Fred is simply saying is this. You see, there are peculiarities in every business. In the business we have found ourselves, which is the landed property, it's not as easy as you have said. Now, you're selling one common product, land. If you buy property, let me assume in Ikorodu, and nobody will up to thematic products. You do all the best, all the due diligence you can do. At the end of the day, you're told, oh, congratulations, you have a property. The problem of land, I don't know if you're hearing me. The problem most problem of landed properties don't happen at inception.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry, I lost you for a bit.
He said something that is very valid. He said most landed property issues don't happen at inception.
In short, you are lucky if your problem starts from inception, so you can keep your money.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the landed property issue, anybody who has bought land, as you know that it is where you have gone midway or you've gone very far. Somebody can wake up out of the blue and say, oh, my grandfather was the rightful owner of this place. Problem will start. Now, Belinda, if that is all I have, I will, there is no way, if that is all I have, because answering your question, there is no way I can mitigate the issues on ground. The best thing for me to do is quickly look for alternatives. Because in the real estate business, you need to stay liquid. It's a business of capital. You need to stay liquid.
Okay,
Now,
let me throw some light on this. I want to try to
no, let me land at the freeze. Sorry, sir. Sorry. So if I buy the new property, if I had 100 clients who were having issues in the previous one, I can take away. I can say, let me move 50 to this location.
And take those next off.
As I move 50, I've solved 50 people's challenge. From the proceed of the 50 plus I acquired, let me also look for another location.
Not this one.
Okay. Sorry, before you say anything else, I'm going to come a little hard on you, but first of all, I'm going to explain the real estate terrain in Lagos. Taste buds, my wife, bought 6 acres of land in Ikorodu. She has all the land documents. One day we went there and we saw that they are still building house on it. They brought gun, they brought cutlass. We had to flee. When she bought that property, it was worth tens of thousands of US dollars. She has all the government. If you go there now, it has become a state. I remember when Abu Abel, my friend, came and was angry and ranting on social media that land of 1 point something billion was taken away from him, and he has all the documents to the land, blah, 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 blah. Now, there are two sides to it. If you know that the Lagos real estate climate is like this, how do you secure your clients as a real estate company? Because a lot of people who are watching and commenting have never experienced real estate problem before. Many are abroad. Abroad, you just go, you buy land, you go and sleep. In Nigeria, you buy land, you go and be checking your land. One day you will go there and you see that they are erecting something there. You will ask them, before you know it, you find yourself in court for 40 years. And while the two of you are in court, a third person goes and starts developing the land. How are you as a company assuring your clients in such a climate? The lawyer was saying something. She said, if you have taken money from 100 people, let's imagine you had 100 plots of land and you sold 100 plots of land to 100 people, but then 20 of the plots of land, you had issues because the Omonile woke up one day and said they are no longer selling their land again. How do you take care of those 20 people? How do you avoid oversubscription as a company? How do you create a shield, a sort of backdrop for your people, a sort of parachute that can open and protect your people when you are dealing in such a harsh real estate climate?
Okay, so let me thank you for your question. Well understood. I can tell you for free that a journey since 2012 till 2025. We've learned better and we know better. We might have been victims 13 years ago, but we chose not to be victims again. We have new methods, operational methods. Now, in P1, there is nothing like overselling of property or land anymore. Because when you acquire a property, we have developed a formula that a certain percentage must be reserved for unforeseen, for unknown challenges. So we only sell the percentage that is apportioned for sale. And this, I can tell you, since we've started applying, has helped us a lot. Like I said, 13 years ago was 2012. We were just, P1 was just, Johnny just come. But 30 years today, we can't be in that kind of practice anymore. Most of the problems you hear online today are problems of 13 years ago. The new problems, we are getting them immediately. And even the older ones, I can tell you for free, why should I discuss it? Today, properties that we sold to clients at 1 million, today we are going to buy properties with CFO at 10 million, 7, 8 million to swap them. That is the risk. That is one of the pain we go through now, because the fact that anyone has paid you, you have to give them back their property. So I can tell you that we have nipped that challenge of overselling. No. So if we acquire 100 plots, for example, out of that 100 plots, the management is advised to sell maybe 40 plots. Now, you might be wondering, why is 60 plots reserved? 60 plots reserved because you neither can tell what will happen to the 40 you sold. You neither can tell what can come. So, to reduce, if there are issues of, we discovered that, somebody bought one, you can easily mitigate overselling. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, just to come in from a practical angle, yeah? I'm not sure, but let me ask, when did this man in question start calling your company out?
About May, 3 months ago. Around May.
3 months ago, okay.
Yeah, this is May, June, July, yeah.
Okay, so 3 months. And you guys have taken him to file petitions, there's a lot of issue, you're trying to salvage the situation. But you have clients who have neither been refunded nor allocated land in the last 13 years. Have you thought about
we have refunded some people.
No, according to Mr. Julius here,
Yeah.
he said there are still challenges. There are people who you haven't attended to their challenges for 13 years, even though you have named the issue. So if in 3 months you can see how worried and restless your organization is because somebody is calling you out, have you thought about the impact of neither having your money nor a land allocated in 13 years?
Okay, let me take this. Number one, the notion that people have not been refunded, that is a lie. We have refunded people. For instance, if we decide to move you from one location to another, when we discover that a landed property has issue, when we want to move you and you refuse and request for your refund, we refund to you. We've done that.
So what issue, what challenge, and who are the people Mr. Julius is referring to that you haven't attended to their challenges in 13 years?
Depending, when I was speaking, I spoke about less 20%, an average.
It doesn't matter if it's 1%.
I'm coming.
One person at a time. Who's going to answer? Who is going to answer?
Let me, because you mentioned my name, let me just attend to that.
All right.
Yeah, now, like I said, I just repeated what you said.
Yes, like I did mention that most of the issues of real estate doesn't appear from the initial stage. Some of these challenges we're having today, we didn't have them from the beginning. New policies came, new government came. Now,
Mr. Julius, you would have to be more detailed when you say policies. Give examples.
Okay, so I'm coming down. Yeah. In the regime of let me use Lagos State. In the regime of the governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, in the regime of Raji Fashola, families were given what is known as a session gazette. Your family property can be gazetted, can be excised. You can apply. Families can apply, and these are ways of perfecting their documentation. But after that regime, the regime of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu came with the government allocation. So, irrespective of whether you have filed for a session in the past or not, this regime says you must apply to the government to get property. Are you getting me? So, we have areas whereby, okay, we have to properties maybe we bought from landowners at a particular rate, you have to repay again. So I'm not saying that these properties, some of these policies came very hard on us, but even at that, we've not gone out there to cry to our customers that we are pulling out. we have decided to say, okay, we'll manage our issues and we'll make sure every customer is satisfied.
Okay. This doesn't answer the question, but I hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Fred.
Well, I think he answered to the best of how to put it to you, because one, the interest of our client is the paramount thing. If they are not with us,
because my question was very simple, and it's still very simple. I am not refuting or disputing the fact that businesses have challenges. That's not what I'm saying. Just like a business has challenges, so do the clients have needs. And they trusted your business enough to come to you to invest their money and get allocated a portion of land or portions of land, right? So my question, even though clearly unanswered, is how do you expect your clients, who you haven't met their needs for whatever challenge there might be in the last 13 years, to react to you when you, in just 3 months of being called out, are already very uneasy? That's still my question.
We are not very uneasy. I think that's that word. We are not very uneasy. If we were very uneasy, hold on. We would have started that from day one. We had a plan. That was one of the elaboration I wanted to give. When we came on board, we gave ourselves a task to make sure that we clear off anything that has to do with allocation, documentation. Those are the two major things that we assigned to ourselves, that between now, that is January, and December 2027, we should be able to sort out everybody. That was the plan. So it's not because it was not because Scott called us out that we started to do this. And between January and now, there are evidences of things that we have done, signifying that the plan we put in place for 1 year is working. Even though our president gave us 2 years, that we should clear off everything within the 2 years. So those who probably, where we have...
I can't hear you.
You have gone off. I think a call was coming in for him.
Yes. I don't know who is calling me this time. Okay, so we gave ourselves a mandate, a 1-year mandate, even though the board gave us 2 years, that we should sort out everything that has to do with allocation, documentation. That was the mandate for 2 years. But we gave ourselves 1 year between January and December to be able to do this. So it's not because Scott came to call us out that we started working. Now, the network marketing system is not like the normal advertisement agencies, whereas a network marketer is not supposed to actually do publicity, because it's a word of mouth, one-on-one, and that is where commission comes from. So the money you would have used to pay for commission, you are using it to advertise. So because of the fact that we are not throwing all these things out there, it makes it look that like we are not doing anything, which is one of the things that probably we have resorted now that we must do. Because some of the clients that we have satisfied that we were owing landed properties before, they have gotten their allocations. And some of the things, even though we've not seen the list, it is possible that among this list that of petitions that Scott Iguma wrote, some of them, one, may not be true, may not be real. Some we would have sorted out. So the question here is that, are we doing something The answer is yes. Did we admit that we have some allocation issue? The answer is yes. Are we going to sort them out? The answer is yes. Do you have a plan in place to do this? The answer is yes. And we are doing that. If I have to criticize you, I must criticize you first if I have spoken to you or I have gotten enough information about you. If it is not a personal vendetta, I would do that constructively. In this case, it was not constructive at all. In the sense that when we stretched our hand to say, please, come and let us look at what you have, we can sort them out. All of this nobody would have even heard about this. Nobody. But he bluntly refused, not once, not twice. Like I said, we don't do things verbally. We do them in writing, so the evidences are there.
Belinda, are you satisfied with the answer?
They have spoken.
Come on now.
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
My lawyer says she's not fully happy with your answer, so people have to work harder. Me, I want to say something. Would you say, apart from what you consider to be threats and all, would you say Scott calling you out has helped streamline your business in such a way that you are now more attuned with the pain of, according to you, some of your clients who were not satisfied with the allocation process of your company?
We have always been. That is why you see us communicating with these people. We have always been. We know that if you receive money from somebody and you've not delivered on your promises, we know the weight it carries. So it's not as if we will sleep and relax that, there are challenges, so just relax and do nothing. That was why we put an action plan in place. If we do not have the feelings for that and we are pursuing just money, we wouldn't do that.
Okay, Mr. Julius, from your last statement, the statement before you answered Advocacy's question, you explained that your board or the board of your company decided in January this year to deal with the issues of allocation. The board gave you guys 2 years, but your inner team has decided to tackle that in 1 year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so how come you are dealing with the issue of allocation 13 years after you have been in business? What have you been doing all this while?
It's not 13 years problem, Linda.
Our business is
13 years problem.
The real estate business is peculiar. You see, we don't pray for unforeseen. We've had, let me give you a practical illustration. You could also see the problem of the coastal road. Who would have thought that the coastal
Expatiate. What is the problem of the coastal road? Don't worry, you're on my live. If you have problem with government, call them. Let them also come and take their own share.
That even have a CFO, some of the properties we bought that has CFO, that fall within the coastal road today have been taken away. And I saw a publication that says that every people should stay away from the coastal road corridor. What does that mean? We may have allocated to these people, and now here it is. We find ourselves.
You have the CFO that we're taking as a result of the coastal road. Were you compensated for that by the government?
No.
No.
Now, those are some of the things that are emanating into this.
So those are some of the peculiarities that you are talking about.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Daddy Fish. Thank you. So
wow.
we bear the brunt Who do we? That's why I used the word initially. I said, who do we cry to?
There's a property I have in Uyo. I have all the documents certified.
Wait,
Only
hold
for
on one
one
second.
day
Let's not
to
rush
be
into
told
this.
that I should come on the coastal road, pass through the estate. 12 plus gone.
Okay.
I have to now look
Mr.
for another solution to satisfy those 12 clients. Is it going to be free? Will I charge the clients again? No.
Hey, Belinda, over to you.
Firstly, I did see somebody mention something on insurance.
Thank you.
Property is insured.
Property insured. No.
That's number one. Number two, I do have clients that were compensated by the government on the coastal road. So how come you guys are not compensated?
Well, we have
your due diligence and everything required of you done and complete, because that's the only reason why the government will not compensate you.
I just told you that I have a property. P1 never has the property. P1 Home has properties. P1 Plus have properties that fall within the coastal road. We do not anticipate that. The compensation you are talking about is you write, you apply, you wait.
Okay, so okay. I now understand. You have not yet been compensated, but you may be compensated soon.
We don't know. We can't say may because there is no correspondence yet.
Okay, let me throw some light on that. From my understanding of property, the highest, most absolute title on a property is certification or certificate of occupancy. Once you have that,
that's not the highest.
There's another one.
The highest document in any property is governor's consent. That's the.
So did you have governor's consent for that coastal road property that they took away from you?
We have 3 or 4.
I don't understand again. Belinda, over to you.
If you are a real estate owner, when you buy a property that has a C of 4, when you sell to your client, when the client wants to resell, for value's sake, they can go and do their governor's consent. A governor's consent is a stamp that indicates that I'm aware of this transaction. Belinda, you know that, I believe.
Yes, I do. Go on.
Okay, I want one person to come down for 5 minutes. I want to bring someone to ask a few real estate questions. He's my friend Moren KG. He owns water parks. He said he wants to ask some questions. So I just want to bring him up for a few minutes and let's see at least real estate to real estate, because me and Belinda, at the end of the day, Belinda is a lawyer, me I'm a presenter. Let's bring.
It comes up and they're now trying to make sure they're trying to chop where they have not, what do you call it, and they bring all that stuff up. So when you look at it from this perspective, the major issue, from what I'm seeing, is if in the terms and conditions it says this land you are buying, we know the due diligence to make sure that this works. However, these are the potential risks that could lead to X. I think, and in the event that it happens, this is what will happen.
Very good. Okay, so I understand where KG is coming from. What is the level of your transparency?
Obvious to the buyers. 99.9% of the time, all of these problems that we're having will not happen, because no matter how much due diligence you do,
I think his network is.
His network. So let me
maybe
listen.
best to get. And I asked skill parent, that's the question. Okay. And somebody in somebody allocate.
Okay. KG, thank you so much. I sincerely want to appreciate your view.
It's the network that.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to KG again. Thank you. Now, just to answer the issue of the transparency and also telling the customers the level of risk we go to. Now, let me date back. Now, 2012, when P1 began, P1 brought a new wave of real estate business to Lagos State in the real estate industry. Unlike the old practice, where you see agents and vendors fighting over 10 people fighting over commissions and the rest. P1 brought the real estate network marketing model, whereby everybody is satisfied at the end of the day. Now, back then, I can tell you that much wasn't known as of today. Back then, it was like a roller coaster. Oh, we don't envisage any risk. But as time begins to go on, we start receiving gas boosts. I can tell you, as the group managing director today, that if I present to you my pre-contract land sale form, everything you have said here is explained there. What happens if X, Y, Z happens?
For the entire group, Julius, I think.
That's what I'm saying for the group. That what happens if we go through this? We have a swap option. What if you are not okay with the swap option? We'll refund you back. There's a refund policy. We'll refund you back your money. So I can tell you, KG, that from 2012 till now, a lot of improvement has come to. That's why I was saying that most of the challenges we're still having are challenges that we never envisaged at the beginning. But again, like I said, the model P1 brought to the real estate marketing also, for everything that has its advantage, there will be some disadvantage. You get. So we are making sure that we balance, and I can tell you as of today, that equation is well balanced. So customers know that any customer buying from P1 Group now knows that yes, my money is not missing. Even though if there are challenges here, I have the option of this. This is not the case of, oh, I can't get my money back. No.
Okay, so one last question. So if we, I think and I think this brings us directly to the main issue here. I don't know how many petitions are signed, but I think it's like in excess of 100 and something. And these people are saying, hey, you know what? I gave P1 XYZ. I've not been allocated my land. And then you have Scott Iguma, obviously trying to petition for this, basically being an activist for that. Is there a reason? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I also was called out, and I also had to address that as well. Is there a reason why there hasn't been a dialogue between, because once again, this is where transparency comes in, and also knowledge. Once people are in knowledge of something, right now people don't know. People believe that I've given you money for land, I should get my land, but they don't understand the risk associated to it. Is there a reason why there hasn't gone to Guma and these victims? It's almost like this, you know? And in that way, there is that knowledge sharing, that awareness of the industry, so that people can understand that, oh, okay, this is the challenges we have had to. But this is exactly what happened to them, because that's what happened to me. I brought up my contracts, and I said, this is my contract, read my contract. Can you see what's in my contract? Okay, good. Now, these people own a stake in this, and they have to allow it. First of all, it took me 2 years to build. Now, 1 year of making sales. I need to be profitable. When we're profitable, we would be able to give people their shares. But people that want a refund, will work towards refunding them now. And we had that, and it was okay. Does that mean everybody's happy? No. there are still some people that are angry. And that's the reality, because you don't know where the pain is affecting people. People need their money right now. Economy is not hard. So it's not easy. Yeah. So is there a reason why there hasn't been a dialogue, which I strongly advise, where you can answer the difficult questions. People will point fingers at you. People will call you names. But at least that transparency and that awareness that the whole Nigerian population can understand, like, you are doing, but you can't control the situation. You can't control the other situation. So like you talked about the coastal road. You land there. My heart was beating bang, bang, bang.
God, you came, you addressed things with him, and things went well. That was what we were looking for. Show us our problem. Tell us where we're faulty. I'm a Yoruba man. There's an adage that says, but you can see the back of another person's head, but you can't see the back of your own. Yes. So if you are seeing the back of my head, and I'm saying, please, what did you see? And you're telling me, please, get away. Won't get to. So I'm putting it to you, KG, under the fish that, yes, we'll come out of this struggle. But again, let us have a fellowship, so that this campaign, this office of his can be more productive too. Thank you.
KG. I suggest you go carry food and drink to wherever he is tomorrow and fellowship with him.
KG.
Yeah.
KG, I will see him tomorrow.
Okay, good.
I will see him tomorrow. Yeah, that's not a problem.
No worries. I think I'm good. Daddy, please, thank you.
KG, God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's always refreshing to have a colleague in your industry, because all these things, I don't understand them. So I'm glad KG came and threw some light on that. And I'm glad he has also had his own experience. The first time I saw Scott was at his water parks. This guy owns the biggest water parks in Nigeria. I don't know if you've heard of it. Giwa Gardens. Giwa Gardens Water Park. He owns it. He runs it. So he must have also dealt, because he has, if you see the amount of construction going on, and yes, it is with shareholders' money and all that. So he will also experience, let me bring Belinda back so we can end. So I think that will also help. A lot more education. You see, until you guys came, I was very angry with PWAN, because I just felt you guys just went to bully that guy, because the guy not get power, and I just use power. But as you are explaining, I'm beginning to sympathize with what it takes to do business, not with you people, but with what it takes to do business in Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not a normal place, unless we want to start lying to ourselves. Nigeria, because how do they sell land to you today and they unsell it tomorrow? Nigeria is the only place where they unsell things, and they don't unsell it the next day. They unsell it 13 years later. Imagine someone that bought my car 13 years ago. I now go and say, I'm not selling the car again. Where is my car? But a problem it will be. And government wakes up one day and says, okay, this is coastal road. Was never in the plan before, because if it was in the plan, you will not have CFO. And all of a sudden, your CFO becomes a worthless piece of paper. And your land in Lekki that is worth 300 million, they are now relocating you to Ikorodu. So Nigeria is not a normal place. And doing business here, just watching you guys, makes me more scared. I shared my final thoughts. You know, I was eating granuts listening to you. I don't want to put mouth, because I don't know am. Real estate, no be waiting I sabi. And we had almost at the point we got to 1,000 people. Right now we have still over 900 people. We've had 900 people watching us consistently from the beginning of this. I reiterate my 3 points before I hand over to Belinda, who would ask her questions, make her versions, and then close the day. 3 things. How do you keep PWAN afloat to secure jobs and the economy? How do you free Scott to go and encourage him to do what he's doing and be transparent to him and accountable to his kind? And how do you make your customers happy in such a way that we don't have complaints? Belinda, I hand over to you.
Okay, maybe they should answer the question you asked. Yeah.
We've answered the question. I thought maybe.
Okay, because I was.
Okay, let me just reiterate what he said. To that, like I said, and I also made a singular request from Daddy Freeze, which you have not also answered, Sir Daddy Freeze.
It was Giwa that knows him, KG.
Okay.
KG is the one that knows Scott. I don't know Scott. Never, only met him before once in my life at KG's water parks.
No, but again, you stand a chance to also.
I'm with in this matter. I'm not with PWAN. I'm with Scott. Oh.
So you stand like my request is our request is simple. Like I said, we are not a hostile family. We also wanted that rapport to make his campaign very smooth and more productive. But things went sour. And like I said, as an organization, we'll do the best. The matter is in court, but we'll also do our best to support in making sure that Scott is out. Now, again, my singular request is, because of this, and what KG also said, that please, we want him, we're not against him. All we wanted for was that rapport. And I'll keep saying it. We're not, we've extended ends of fellowship, and he has refused several times for reasons best known to him. But again, like you said, we all have to. He's human. We're human. We're Nigerians. He's Nigerian. So we're not against ourselves. And will never be. And P1 does not represent that at all. P1 does not represent that. Thank you.
Okay. Not to take everybody back. I would give my conclusions, but I do have a question quickly. Are you aware of any statement or publishing released by the Security and Exchange Commission about your organization?
Sure.
If we what? Come again.
Are you aware of any
That was long ago.
Yeah, well,
when you say
3 months ago.
Maybe 3 months ago is not exactly long ago. The statement calling you guys a Ponzi scheme.
No, they didn't call us a Ponzi scheme. I think we're getting this wrong.
Okay,
like they are operating like. Okay. That's what I saw. I didn't see that they are Ponzi scheme, because there are two different things here.
Okay, but in that light, that's a negative statement on the image of your company, on the image of your organization.
Okay, so
what do you have to say about that? I'm saying, what do you have to say about that? Because the Security and Exchange Commission is a Nigerian parastatal, and it ensures regulation of industries. So what do you have to say on the comments by such an organization to your company?
So, very simple.
Just like Dr. Go ahead, talk to me.
Said, use the word like. And that gives us the opportunity to reach out to them to explain the nature of our business, our modus operandi. Are you getting me? That gave us the room to go and explain to them, this is how we operate. We are not competing with the investment companies or whatever.
Okay. Let me call you once I'm done from here.
Property,
Plenty.
business
I'll wake you.
practitioners.
No, just 30 minutes, 20 minutes, I'll be out of here. I just have a very important case in front of me.
For them using the word like, we have to clear the like.
Yes, you cleared the like with SEC, but that like is still in doubt. So how are you operating like a Ponzi scheme?
Okay, let me come in here.
Yes, sir.
Because
please explain.
I was among the team that went for this journey.
Yes,
and there are certain things they requested of us, which we have provided.
Okay.
There are
Like
things
what?
they requested of us, evidence of what we do, which we have given.
Okay.
But like I said, anything that has
Sorry,
to do
after
with
giving them the evidence, did they retract the statement?
they haven't. They are. I wouldn't say they are slow, but I would say that they are working on them. Because one of the things they requested for was, I don't think I should even go into this because, truthfully speaking,
It's still with them.
it's with them. I
It's
don't
still
want
Um, sorry, hold it. As a lawyer, I'm sure she understands when a matter is before somewhere, you don't discuss it.
That we shouldn't make that until they finish their investigation. So I don't want us to say things here.
So we don't prejudice the investigation.
Yes, please. I don't want to.
That's okay. We're not going to prejudice the situation. In the interim, while we are waiting for the outcome, is it safe for the general public and everyone on this line to still agree with the statement of the Security and Exchange Commission that P1 Group is operating like a Ponzi scheme?
Do you agree yourself?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
He's asking the question. Do you agree?
All right. I'll send you
Okay, so you do not agree with the SEC?
We do. That's why we've gone to explain what we do. If we had agreed, we won't go to explain what we do.
Okay, no problem. So we would wait till the investigation is concluded, and maybe, hopefully, the state is retracted. In the interim, of course, we would rather deal with SEC, which is a government organization, and their statement, as opposed to you guys, until the investigation is complete.
Of course, it's in the public space already, so there's nothing to hide,
Okay, now I just wanted to point that out. That is.
God bless you for that question, Belinda.
Statement. Thank you, Daddy Praise. Then my final comments, if that's where we're ending, is to say that I see you guys, I hear your struggles. I am not against you. I'm just asking the right questions. So I'm not here fighting against you or fighting for somebody. We just need clarity, and clarity comes on two sides. I agree with you that it would be wrong if the young man, Scott, did not reach out to you guys, because first, before coming out to the public, because you do have the right to fair hearing. Odi or Tarim pattern is a principle of natural justice. You're entitled to it, at least to say something about what's going on. So I hear you, and you have the right to charge him or anyone else to court where you feel aggrieved on any issue. But since you came here, and this matter is right under the Freeze's life, I'm here to just ask questions all around. So I'm not against you. I wish you good luck as you proceed. If I want to purchase a land, I don't know if you will be the best people I would conduct. So I'll wait for SEC consult. I'll wait for SEC to come out with the outcome of their investigation, and that would help me and many others make an informed decision.
Belinda,
so all the
people
best.
are still purchasing properties.
I am not people. I am not people. I'm a lawyer. I would want to say that.
I'm just using my prowess as a market to extend that fellowship that yes.
Okay. I will decide to wait for the investigation.
No problem. No problem.
All the best. Take it easy.
Thank you.
And do the best you can to be more transparent and accountable.
No problem.
Nigeria is hard for you. It's hard for your customers as well. So,
thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you, Belinda.
God bless you, Belinda.
God bless you.
God bless you, Belinda. Thank you so much
for the questions, because they clear a lot of things.
Yeah. When they called me and said they want to come to my live, I said I want a lawyer there, because I want to be as balanced legally as possible. And the only lawyer that I thought of was Belinda, and of course Wally, but I think Wally is a bit busy right now. And Belinda has done a massive job. I could not have done it better without her. I've told you my 3 issues. A lot of people are saying, why do you want P1 to continue in business? I don't have the capacity to employ 1,000 people. Do you know the level of unemployment in Nigeria today? You want to add 1,000 people more? They go carry gun the Lekki Ekpe Expressway they obtain now. So if a company has done 80% and failed 20%, I think what the company needs is to be streamlined, to be cross-checked, to be regulated, to be properly structured in such a way that there's client satisfaction. Instead of closing it down, let there be client satisfaction. It's not like you've only delivered 2% of what you promised. Then that is a problem, and that company does not need to exist. But since you, according to your claim, have done 80 to 85% customer satisfaction, then I think what we need is to target 99.9% customer satisfaction while we continue keeping those employed under the PWAN group in giving them the opportunity to earn their livelihood. So one, for me, like Belinda says, I don't want your company to fold. I also might not buy land with PWAN now until I see that you guys have dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's. Number two, she said another thing that I lean on to. Nigeria is hard for the business. It's also hard for the customer. The customer is, Nigeria is happening to everybody, and Nigerians are happening to everybody as well. So I want the customers to be, that's why do we have a SCOT? It's because of the customers. So the customers are number one. The customers are more important than PWAN. The customers are more important than SCOT. So our first priority is customer satisfaction. Our second priority is human rights for SCOT, freedom for SCOT, and to encourage people to air their voice in such a way that we can bring reasonable sanity and clarity to any establishment or organization. And then finally comes the organization involved. I hope we've all been able to learn something today. If you feel unsatisfied with the way we handle this, you can drop your comments in the comment section. And like KG advised, I want to see a video of you people there tomorrow. KG said carry food and drink and go and meet him. I'm not sure you want your food and drink. I think you want to come and poison him, but still carry the food and drink there. Still carry the food and drink there. My own is not food and drink. My own is how does Scott come out? And on that note, I appreciate you guys for coming from PWAN. Thank you, Belinda. And thank you, KG, Moron KG Giwa, also for joining us. Take care, everyone. God bless you, and good night.
Thank you very much.